Now, now, let's go to part 3. Genesis 49, verse 11. This is where I'm going here. This next verse. Still speaking concerning Judea, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass coat unto the choice vine. Okay. I put here, in between here, I stop right here, and I put here St. Matthew's. You find it at St. Matthew's 21, verse 2, where it said, go into the village over against you, and straightway you shall find an ass tied, and a coat with her. Loose them, and bring them unto me. And if any man say an ought unto you, ye shall say, the Lord has need of them. This was Jesus after he was born. I just put this here there because this is where it matched. Because this was the prophecy of Jesus spoken of in Judea, because it had its significance. He said he would have the ass coat. The ass coat will be bound, binding his foal. His foal is the 12 tribes of Israel. And his ass coat unto the choice vine. The choice vine is Jesus Christ himself. So he is the choice vine which God chose to come into the world to bear the burden for the flesh, because the flesh had no power to bear its own uh, burden. It had no. So he had showed you that Jesus was going to not only come, but he is going to come with an attachment attached on to him. He was going to be the choice man, but he was going to have an ass coat tied to him. Let me give you the characteristics of the ass coat. The characteristics is significant. To understand these, you have to understand the geographic location where this is. In the Middle East, where there was a custom using the ass as a burden beast to carry the man burden up on the back of this ass. He was a little small pony that you could get up on and you could ride. So this is why God used the phrase ass coat. But when you go and look into time and see the characteristics of the United States of America, they ride a burden beast, but they ride the horse. So according to where this prophecy was being created and fulfilled, God had to use the symbol accustomed to the geographic location where it occurred at. So by them using ass is all they're riding on ass all the time. You see it even as of the day. He used this symbol familiar with the site to let you know where this prophecy was going to first unfold itself. But however, after Jesus had gone to his Father in heaven and was crucified and returned to his Father in heaven, he changed the ass coat to a black horse. It didn't change the significance of the prophecy, but he gave you a geographic location that where this prophet was going to be born is they ride the horse instead of an ass, because that's what men's in the United States of America. They love their horses. So they use the horse more than they do the ass. But over in the Middle East, they use ass. It doesn't take away the meaning of the prophecy. This is what this is about. I'm going to go to the other part of this that I wrote down because I'm trying to rush just a little bit, but I pray to God I get to complete the verse of 49:11. He washed his garments in wine, his clothes in blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. He's telling you the characteristics of Jesus Christ. And he told you when you looked at St. and Matthew's, where I showed you, go back to there as reference. You see where Jesus went in Jerusalem with riding the ass, with the ass, and she had a coat that followed her. Let you know both of them was of the same pedigree, and the burden beast which he ride, which was the foal father, it was an attachment on to Jesus because I had to be the voice to upon the return, speaking the prophecy from God, from Jesus, showing the United States and the rest of the world their transgression. This is how you got the black prophets in Revelation chapter 6. It started off as the Acts code at first before the they were driven into slavery, and it changed to different other symbols as I've spoken throughout this Bible prophecy that I have revealed to you and shown you there is a consistency and the denominator of the outcome was indeed true. This is another part. Now let's go to Joseph. Genesis 49:22. This is the part that we don't consider, and we should. Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the walls. He's letting you know that the archers have surely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. They're calling the seed of Joseph Al-Qaeda. They're calling him terrorist, and right now this prophecy is being fulfilled as we speak. This Joseph, if you look at the geographic location where the tribes of Joseph migrated, and when Alexander the Great came in there, they was forced down in Persia and all the way. So their seed would go from Iraq, Afghanistan to Afghanistan. All of this, they were forced there when they were forced to retreat after Alexander the Great came in there. Common wisdom. And these would become the tribes of Joseph, which Saddam Hussein came from, and Iran would come from, and Afghanistan. These are the ones that they would shoot at because of their abundance of natural resources. What it says here. He says the branches would run over the walls, over his wall. The archers have surely grieved him and shot at him and hated him, but his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hand were made strong by the hands of the mighty God. It's telling you Iran is a godly vessel. Iraq is a godly vessel of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Jacob. Now, even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above blessings of the deep that lies on the blessings of the breast and of the womb. Okay, these are the blessings that he gave to Joseph. This is where all the crude oil is in the province where Joseph comes. It's where Mystery Babylon came. The blessings of thy father, Genesis 49:26, of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my prognostication. Prognosticator, I can't speak that. Unto the utmost bounds of the everlasting hill. They shall be on the head of Joseph. Listen to this. And on the crown of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. Chronicle 1, let's go there. And chapter 5, verse 1. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn. But for as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And Manasseh was the oldest. And the genealogy, listen to this, and the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright. Joseph got the birthright. Now, 1 Chronicle 5-2. But Judea prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler, but the birthright was Joseph, sons of Joseph by Manasseh and Ephraim. These was the one that God blessed. So they go to Saddam Hussein, Iran, Afghanistan, up in this area here. These was the sons of Joseph who would have a majority of crude oil.